I'm pretty sure you clicked on that video because you've had enough to have played on your godforsaken elo for years on end without any real sense of improvement. First of all, let me tell you that you did improve all that time, just not fast enough compared to the overall player base. But don't worry, no matter who says it, everyone has been Hardstuck at some point in time. They could have been bronze, plat, or even within top 500. But they managed to get out of that slump using one of these tricks. Let me get this straight. You'll have to test each of them, starting with the ones you believe will help you the most. Now, if that doesn't work for you, just comment down below so we can find what will. With that out of the way, let's get started. The very first step is to acknowledge that we are doing something wrong. It is impossible to fix a non-existent problem, so going with the idea that there is an issue to solve will help you tremendously. Elo health isn't the thing, bad teammates don't hinder your grind, and thinking otherwise is only detrimental to your improvement. You need to have your mind focused on the things within your control. Only by slightly improving and managing to consistently play at that level, you will be able to get unstuck. You are the X factor. You are the one individual that can make a difference in your games. Whether it's a win or a loss, you have to own up to it. From here, there are going to be two different possibilities. Either you know what's the issue or you don't. Now, if it's the latter, here's what you could do. First, you need to know what to improve. Might be your positioning, timing of aggression, cooldown usage, and so on and so forth. To do so, you can watch your own replays, watch high elo players' gameplay, or ask questions to fellow players. When it comes to VOD reviewing, your goal shouldn't be to find out why you're not performing well enough or why you're stuck, but rather find things you can improve on. It could be as simple as, I feel like I'm looking too much at the ground, so therefore I'd practice crosshair placement. For the second step, you'll have to dumb down the concept as much as possible. It sounds abstract, but listen to this. Ask yourself as many questions as possible and simplify them into more questions by adding context to it. For example, when I started playing Tracer again, I figured I could improve my positioning. It started with, where should I position it? Which is way too vague and impossible to answer. And when should I be with my team and when should I be on a flank? Which is already easier to answer. It's respectively when I'm grouping up, I don't have the time or luxury to set up a flank, and when there's enough free space and time to actually get my desired position. Note that I made it simple for the sake of the video. After coming up with answers or not, just hop on a game and try it out. Then you'll know for sure if you're right or not. And if not, you'll get some hints. Playing with your team. I'm not telling you to play on a team or pre-made or even less to have expectations and rely on random players you find in your games. What I'm telling you is to play off your team's proactivity. You make your own plays based on your decision making and game sense, but on top of that, you also need to take into consideration what your team is doing. Your Cassidy might be dueling his counterpart on an off angle, and helping him by making it a 2v1 is a powerful play. Don't forget that Overwatch is a team game. If your solo plays don't seem to do enough, focus on team play more to help your teammates. Lower your expectations. A lot of people make the mistake of confusing goals and expectations. Your goal is what you strive for and attempt to achieve, where the expectation would be what you believe you should be. If you expect to play at a certain level and fail to, you'll get warped into a vicious cycle filled with tilt, anger, and even depression. Loading up a game with the belief that you have to win is just wrong. In the end, it will just plague your mind and make you play worse. Your expectations need to be extra low to preserve your mental health. They also need to be achieved in a short period of time. For example, instead of expecting to be Diamond or Master, you'd rather expect to die less or have a better ult usage. It's a game. It's meant to be a positive and fun experience. By having high expectations, you might lose that.